Pelosi says Democrats need to move away from the conversation. Roll tape.
We have to change that subject. Inflation is a global phenomenon. The fight is not about inflation. It's about the cost of living. And if you look at what we have done to bring down the cost of prescription drugs, to bring down the cost of energy and the rest in our legislation, you will see that that has been opposed every step of the way by the Republicans, and they have no plan for lowering the cost of living or helping with inflation.
Congressman Mike Waltz, Republican from Florida, joins us now. You've got to shake your head at this. You can't change the subject when inflation is the top issue and you've only got 15 days to the election. How can you?
Yeah, nice try, Nancy. Nice try. You can't spin your way out of this one because everyone is feeling it every day when they go to the gas pump, when they go to the grocery store, when they try to get a mortgage. But I love this argument of it's a global problem, so it's not so bad. As though saying because the Brits and the Germans are suffering, you shouldn't worry about your heating bill. This summer. At the end of the day, that underlines all of it, that underscores all of this, Stu, is this administration's asinine energy policy. And what Nancy knows is that the progressives have taken over. They have taken over the Democratic Party, and they aren't going to be able to get their way out of this until they unleash American gas and start flooding the market with cheaper, cleaner American gas and North American gas, for that matter, because Mexico and Canada have their fair share, too. It's the cost of transportation that is the biggest driver of inflation, and they aren't going to do a U-turn when it comes to energy policy.
They won't. Congressman, as a former military guy, I need your input on this one. The White House says Iran has sent troops to Crimea to help Russia use those Iranian-made drones in Ukraine. What should President Biden do?
Well, first and foremost, he cannot enter a nuclear deal with a regime that is literally shooting schoolgirls in the street, oppressing its own people, aiding and abetting the Putin regime as it massacres civilians in Ukraine, literally with kamikaze drones operated and maintained by Iranian soldiers, and are still plotting to kill American officials like they tried to assassinate John Bolton, Mike Pompeo, Robert O'Brien, and others. So we have to get back to maximum pressure. The thing that the Iranian regime cares about the most is its wallet. And that is the only way. That's the only thing they're going to care about. But first and foremost, Biden has to say the deal is done, the deal is dead, and don't you dare keep marching towards a nuke or there will be serious consequences.
Okay. Don't hold your breath, Congressman. Real fast.
Yeah.
Did you see this? Xi Jinping getting his third term in office, he forcibly removes his predecessor, Hu Jintao. Xi Jinping is a very powerful guy. It's almost militaristic, his control of the Communist Party. You've got to be worried about this?
Oh, the entire world should be. Xi has now cemented himself as a 21st century emperor of China. And by the way, that public humiliation of the predecessor in China has never been done before. He's centralized power on himself. He's eliminated free market reformers. And Wall Street needs to wake up to it. If there's no corporate patriotism, then how about for self-preservation? We've got to get our supply chains out of China, back in the United States. Xi has told his military and his country to prepare for war and, quote, the storm is coming. So we need a wake-up call here, Stu, and it needs to happen right there in New York, where they're just pumping American dollars into the Chinese defense industry that one day American soldiers are going to have to face potentially.
That's really good, Congressman. You covered 3 subjects in 3.5 minutes, succinctly and to the point. That's really cool. Congressman Waltz,
yes, sir.
Thanks for joining us, sir.